Burma coup resistance notes November 5, 2022. The former Burma Army has degenerated to a terrorist syndicate. Never in its history has it faced a foreign enemy, it has always fought only its own people. Since the coup, however, every day brings news of more civilians murdered, abducted, tortured, dismembered, raped, extorted, and otherwise terrorized, while the international community looks on. This is a regime that fires rockets into refugee camps, machine guns children at school, drops bombs on a concert crowd, burns people alive, and assembles villages to cut their throats, among other horrors. It warrants the label terrorist because it is a campaign aimed at intimidating 55 million people into submission. The generals don't seem to comprehend that, on the contrary, terrorism convinces people that life under the military regime is worse than dying to fight it. Today's news, like yesterday's and every day, is unfortunately full of terrorist acts. Ethnic regions. In Du Ta Tu district of Korthulate Thaton Township on Burmese maps, the Karen Army and allied PDF attacked a junta camp at Wivav yesterday, firing mortars and small arms. Casualties aren't known. This was the Karen Army's fifth attack on Wivav since the coup, and comes a few days after it killed 3 junta troops at a checkpoint at Japan. In Mutraw district of Korthulate Papoon Township on Burmese maps, 2 helicopter gunships fired along the Kamamang Papoon Road yesterday, apparently trying to open it up for a convoy. Meanwhile in Bait Tavoy district of Korthulate Tananthari region on Burmese maps, troops shot at a car clearly labeled as belonging to a religious school today, and wounded the bishop of the monastery that hosts the school who was inside. In Kachin state, Pakhan town was a battleground last night, starting with a bomb blast at the junta-owned Myanmar Economic Bank and continuing with junta mortar fire and gunfire from unknown sources. Witnesses think some junta checkpoints may have been attacked. The town has been under junta control until now. In Karenni state, Karenni defense snipers took out 2 junta troops in Pruso town 2 days ago November 3, and are attacking in Borlake township also. The Karenni say the junta forces are moving north toward Dimorso. The junta is still firing mortars into civilian communities in Loikor township, causing deaths and injuries to children and adults. In Arakan state, a junta regional police chief attended a Buddhist ceremony in Mare yesterday. As he was eating, the Arakan army arrived and arrested him and took him away. In Kyaukpu township the junta has been trying to shut down the Arakan army's civilian administration by abducting its departmental heads. Junta army desertions. 5 junta soldiers left their base and arrived at a PDF headquarters in Saw Township, Magway region with 2 weapons. Due to the danger of junta spies posing as defectors, these arrivals are being investigated before being sent to a liberated safe area. Junta Scorched Earth Village Terrorism Campaign. As people filter back into southern Kantbali Township, Zagaring region, after junta assaults on a number of villages, discoveries are being made about the damaged burned bodies are being found, while 2 monks and 9 other civilians are known to be missing so far. One of the semi-burned bodies had its hands severed before death. In addition to homes burned down, livestock was also destroyed, and all valuable property is gone. There is a lack of food, shelter, and medications. About 80 troops burned part of Shui Yinma village in Myanmar Township, Zagaring region yesterday. They also ransacked homes and stores, stole anything they wanted, and destroyed property randomly. People's Defense Forces PDFs. In Magway region, a PDF in Saw Township fought with junta troops yesterday, but the outcome isn't known other than that the PDF didn't suffer casualties. In Yesagyo Township local PDFs hung a booby-trapped poster of Aung San Suu Kyi on a road barrier on November 2. When junta troops arrived later, they kicked the poster. The resulting explosion killed 1 terrorist soldier. Other troops then destroyed nearby shops and beat and tortured civilians. In Irrawaddy region, the offices of the junta's Special Investigative Police in Parthian town were bombed today. Civil Disobedience Movement CDM. The National Unity Government is finally representing Burma at international events instead of the illegal military regime. NUG Foreign Minister Daw Zin Marong will attend the Global Town Hall 2022 conference in Jakarta, Indonesia, along with representatives of 120 other countries, and the NUG Human Rights Minister Uong Myo Min will represent Burma at the ASEAN Civil Organizations Conference in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Indonesia's assumption of the ASEAN chairmanship after Cambodia's term expired is already yielding positive results for the people of Burma. After the International Financial Action Task Force blacklisted Burma last month for money laundering, now a Russian financial watchdog agency, Rosfinmonitoring, has done the same thing. With no strategic friends in the world other than China and Russia, the Burma junta has been doing everything possible to befriend Russia and depend on it for arms supplies, fuel, currency conversion, even tourism. This new blacklist won't affect Russia's lucrative arms sales to the junta, but indicates just how isolated the regime is. When you're even too corrupt for the Russians, you have a problem.